Imagine starting at rock bottom, living in your parents' basement, broke and unsure of your future. Now imagine transforming that life into a $25 million empire. What if I told you this isn't just a dream but a true story of grit, hustle, and relentless determination? This underdog's journey proves that no matter where you begin, success is within reach if you have the drive to make it happen. Stay with us as we take you through the unbelievable rise of an entrepreneur who turned failure into fortune. You won't want to miss this. The struggle is real. Our story starts in an unexpected place, a basement. For him, it wasn't just any basement, it was his parents' home, a symbol of how far he had fallen. In his 20s, he had big dreams of success, independence, and a future filled with freedom. But life didn't unfold the way he expected. He found himself stuck in a dead-end job, living paycheck to paycheck while watching his friends move ahead with promotions, travel, and starting families. The basement became both a refuge and a painful reminder of his struggles. Every plan he had made seemed to collapse, leaving him buried in mounting debt and career failures. His confidence took a hit, and he started to feel like he was trapped in a cycle of failure, unable to break free. The weight of his situation was overwhelming, and uncertainty clouded his future. Despite feeling lost and hopeless, this was where his story of transformation truly began. The basement, a place of stagnation, became the setting for his eventual rise. This low point in his life became the fuel for a comeback that would change everything, proving that even the darkest times can lead to incredible success. The turning point. But here's where the story begins to shift. One night, after endless hours of scrolling through motivational videos and entrepreneurial stories, something clicked. He realized that the only way out was to take matters into his own hands. He couldn't rely on anyone else to change his situation. He had to be the one to make it happen. With no money, no resources, and no network, he knew this journey wasn't going to be easy. But he had one thing working in his favor: an unstoppable hunger for more. That night, he made a pact with himself: no more excuses, no more what-ifs. It was time to go all in. The hustle begins. He didn't start with some groundbreaking idea. Instead, he went back to basics. He began learning about online businesses, scouring forums and YouTube videos, soaking in every piece of advice he could find. It was then that he discovered e-commerce, an industry with the potential to be life-changing even for someone with no formal education or background in tech. He started small. Very small. His first store sold only a few products, and he struggled to make his first sale. Every night was a grind, working hours after his day job, trying to crack the code of online sales. But for every failure, he learned something new. Every setback taught him a valuable lesson. He realized that in business, persistence is more important than anything else. The first breakthrough. After months of relentless trial and error, he finally made his first sale. It wasn't a big payday, just $20 in profit. But to him, it felt like a fortune. That small victory was proof that all his hard work and persistence were paying off. It was a glimmer of hope that success was within reach. Fueled by that moment, he refused to slow down. Every dollar he earned went right back into his business. Over the course of the next year, his e-commerce store began to grow steadily. He expanded his product offerings, refined his marketing strategies, and mastered the art of digital advertising. Sales started coming in more consistently. What began as $20 a day soon turned into hundreds and then thousands. But even as his business started to flourish, he knew there was more potential waiting to be unlocked. He didn't allow fear or the comfort of newfound success to hold him back. He was determined to push further and maximize what his business could achieve. With a mindset of continuous growth and reinvestment, he stayed laser-focused, turning small wins into major milestones on the path to transforming his life and business. Scaling up. With some initial success under his belt, he faced his next challenge: how to scale. It's one thing to make a few $100s in a side hustle, but how do you turn that into a full-blown multi-million-dollar empire? This was where things got serious. He began reaching out to mentors, joining mastermind groups, and learning directly from successful entrepreneurs. Every penny he earned went back into the business, whether it was hiring better designers, running paid ads, or automating customer service. It wasn't long before he outgrew his parents' basement. He moved into his own apartment, set up a dedicated office space, and hired his first employee. The business was now generating more revenue than he could ever have imagined. But this was just the beginning. The $25 million empire. As his business continued to expand, he took it to the next level. He ventured into new markets, collaborated with other e-commerce brands, and diversified his revenue streams. With more capital at his disposal, he began acquiring smaller companies and building a business portfolio that spanned multiple industries. Before he knew it, the underdog, who once struggled in his parents' basement, was now running a $25 million empire. But what made his journey even more remarkable wasn't just the financial success, it was the mindset shift. He didn't just change his bank account, he changed his life. Lessons learned. Now that he had made it, he began reflecting on the lessons he learned along the way. First and foremost, he realized that the journey is always more important than the destination. Success isn't about one big break, it's about the countless small steps that lead you there. He also learned the importance of resilience. There were countless times when he could have quit and no one would have blamed him, but he didn't. Every setback was an opportunity to get better, to learn more, and to grow stronger. Lastly, he realized that success is about giving back. As his empire grew, so did his desire to help others. He began mentoring young entrepreneurs, sharing his story on podcasts, and investing in causes that were important to him. Advice for aspiring entrepreneurs. For those watching who dream of building their own empire, his advice is simple: start small but dream big. Too often people wait for the perfect idea, the right moment, or the best opportunity. But the truth is, you can't wait for success to come to you. You have to create it yourself. Find something you're passionate about, something you're willing to sacrifice for, and go after it relentlessly. Don't be afraid to fail, because failure is where the lessons are learned. And most importantly, never lose that hunger. Success isn't something you achieve once, it's something you work toward every single day. In the end, the most important lesson from this incredible story is that success is available to anyone who believes in themselves. You don't need a fancy degree, wealthy parents, or insider connections. All you need is the determination to keep going even when the odds are stacked against you. This is the story of one underdog who started in a basement and built a $25 million empire. But it's also a story about the power of belief, hard work, and the refusal to give up. If he could do it, why not you? Feeling inspired? Success stories like this are just the beginning. If you're eager for more motivation and tips to fuel your own journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got plenty of content lined up to help you take the next step toward your dreams. Whether you're thinking about starting a business, launching a side hustle, or chasing your passion, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share what your dream business is. We'd love to be part of your journey and celebrate your success. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and stay tuned for more life-changing stories that could spark your next big idea. The road to success is filled with possibilities, and we're here to help guide you along the way. Let's build something amazing together. Short, are you ready to be inspired by the underdog story of a lifetime? Imagine starting with nothing, living in your parents' basement, and building a $25 million empire. Sounds impossible, right? But this incredible entrepreneur turned failure into fortune with pure grit and hustle. From scraping by in a dead-end job to discovering the world of e-commerce, he never gave up. With relentless hard work, he turned a small online business into a thriving multi-million-dollar success story. If he could rise from the bottom, why can't you? Stay tuned for his remarkable journey.